Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another live. If this is your first time ever coming to this live, please make sure you like and subscribe, please. It would be very helpful for the algorithm, it would be very helpful for the channel. I definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Just gonna wait till more people come into the live today. Just waiting on more to come into the live. Got a lot to talk about today. Just gonna wait till more come into the live. What's up? What's up, Marcus? What's up? What's up? What's up, Marcus? Marcus, you here? What's up, man? Just waiting on more people to come into the live. Just waiting on more people to come into the live. Hope everybody got my notifications. So far, I've been 3 minutes. I was wondering, where's everybody? Hope everybody there. All right, been about 3 minutes. Still waiting. Wow, everybody's slow today. Hope everybody got the notification. Okay, I'm gonna wait for a little longer. Just very unusual. Just gonna wait just a little while longer. I hope YouTube sent out my notifications. Where is everybody? Where is everybody? Okay, I see 2 people in the live so far. Just wait no more people to come into the live. I'll wait. I see 2 people out there so far. This is very unusual. It's going on 6 minutes. I still don't see nobody. I'm gonna give it to 10 minutes. Let me disappear off the live. Hello, everybody. Where's everybody at? Okay, it's been 7 minutes so far. I'm just gonna wait to 10. I see 3 so far came in. When we get to 4, I'll go ahead and start the live. If anybody out there, please let me know. Just wait no more people. I see 3 people so far. It's been 7 minutes. Chris, what's up, Chris? What's up, man? Where's everybody? Wow, I don't see anybody. Is there any type of big game tonight or something? Wow, I don't see nobody, man. It's been 8 minutes so far. I don't see anybody. I don't even see Marcus. Hey, Chris, can you see me out there, man? Hey, Chris, are you still out there? Wow, I wonder where everybody at. I don't see nobody. This is very unusual. I wonder if everybody see my notifications. Wow, I don't see anybody. Okay, I see 4 people so far, so I guess I could go ahead and start. Man, everybody coming there is super late today. All right, we can start.
Tony Rome Live.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Marcus? How you doing, sir? The only thing tonight, the WWE legend Hulk Hogan passed away. Yeah, I heard about that. That was very, very, very sad about what happened to Hulk Hogan. May he rest in peace. And Ozzy Osbourne, he also passed away too. Even though I doubt that anyone on here other than me is a WWE fan. Oh, well, maybe they watching the WWE tonight. Because I don't see very many people at all on the live tonight. I want for sure if my notifications went out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I don't know, I got a very interesting live. I just wanted to share some information with you guys on what's going on. But like I said, my rest in peace, Hulk Hogan and Malcolm Jamal Warner, which was a very tragic incident that happened to him. That really caught me off guard because I remember him on the Cosby Show. I remember when the Cosby Show first started.
What's good? Yes, I got the flower in my hair. Today's my daughter's birthday. She put the flower there, so I'm rocking it. What? It's a beautiful day here in Atlanta. I just wanted to shout out and just spread some love and some good cheer. And you know, life is out here lifing, right? For me and for everybody else. But just wanted to remind you, as I remind myself, that no matter what's going on, there's always a reason to smile. Like if you just take a minute to stop and take stock, I guarantee you can find at least one reason to smile. And if for some reason you can't find a reason to smile, then
yeah, that was the last video he did before he passed away. Yeah, so basically, what I want to talk about tonight, I want to tell you all about the bill that Donald Trump signed in for the it's called the Genius Act about the stablecoin. I want to share some information about what this could mean for us as far as when we travel, and I just think that there's some very important information maybe I can share with you all with. Man, there's nobody on the live tonight. This is really, really strange. Yeah, he passed away in Costa Rica. Yeah. Yeah, he passed in Costa Rica. That was a very tragic incident that happened. But man, we really low today on the live. It's like only one person. I think you're the only one on here, Chris. I don't know if everybody got the notifications or not. I'm not for sure if I should keep going, but there's nobody on here. Wow. Man, this is a big difference from last week. Yeah, I'm still getting ready to go travel. I think I should keep going. Yeah, it's just a distraction. That's all. It's just, nobody, I don't understand where everybody is. Like, usually when I jump on here, that's be like at least over 15, up to 20. And StreamYard's only showing only 3 people in the live stream tonight. So I don't hope everybody did get the notification. Because this information I got is very, very important. It's a lot. It took me a long time to really put all this together, and there's nobody on the live. Yeah, what's up, man? I don't know, Arizona. It's just the stream is showing me there's only like 1 or 2 people on the live. And usually when I jump on, at least be 5, 6, 7, or 10 people. Now I show 4. Okay, I'm gonna keep going then. I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, all right. Like, let's get this show on the road. Okay, some of y'all know that Donald Trump signed the Genius Bill Act, creating stablecoin. And what I want to share with you guys, is that there's a big financial shift that's happening right now. Let me see. Hold on, let me see. Speaking of that, Trump said Obama owes him. Wow, I don't know what he owes him. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. I don't know what he's really talking about. But first of all, I want to let you all know what cryptocurrency is. So we're going to know about that, because there's some people don't know. Because I told you guys I want to start giving y'all economic news too to help you. You know what I'm saying? I know, Marcus, you have requested it and everything. So I just wanted to share with you guys some stuff. And we're going to talk about the passport bro finding love in China, which is a really big thing now. It's a lot of guys are traveling to China. A lot of passport bros, and they're getting lots of success out there. Okay, so let's start off with this first video first, and I'm gonna jump right in and I'm gonna explain everything.
While making their respective flight bookings, Daniel's transaction failed, and he missed the offer going on. On the other hand, Frank paid his share very quickly and easily. And meet Frank and Daniel. One day they decide to go for a trip to Venice. They made a budget list for all their expenses like residence, flight, etc. They thought of making their bookings online from a site that offered discounts to the first 10 visitors on that day. While making their respective flight bookings, Daniel's transaction failed, and he missed the offer going on. On the other hand, Frank paid his share very quickly and easily, and became one of the 3 lucky draw winners. Daniel was surprised and asked Frank how he could make the transaction when Daniel himself could not. To which his response was, "It's simple. I used Bitcoin, a type of cryptocurrency." Daniel was confused, and he asked what cryptocurrency is, and since when has it been in use? Frank stepped up and explained to him. Cryptocurrency is a virtual or digital currency that works on blockchain technology and is designed to work as a medium of exchange online to buy goods and services and make payments.
Okay, that's what cryptocurrency is. It's like a digital currency. Okay. Cryptocurrency has been out for a while. You got Bitcoin that's been out there for a minute. So Donald Trump is creating what you call a stable coin. Okay. And This supposed to be a decentralized currency that he's putting together. Okay, this is what Donald Trump has to say.
This isn't just another crypto update. This is a milestone moment for Wall Street, Silicon Valley, and global digital finance. For years, crypto hovered in a legal gray zone. Banned, embraced, regulated, unregulated. The confusion scared off investors and slowed innovation. But that era may be over. Under this new legislation, privately issued stablecoins, like those pegged to the US dollar, will now be regulated under a clear federal framework. And yes, these stablecoins must be fully backed by reserves and auditable. No room for the Wild West.
So he just created a new cryptocurrency called stablecoin that is pinned to the US dollar.
Days of crypto anymore. Trump called it a landmark in US financial leadership, saying the law is designed to make America the global leader in fintech, blockchain, and programmable money.
It's a very important act, the Genius Act. They named it after me, and I want to thank you. I want to thank you. This is a hell of an act. This has been something, it's been, a lot of people thought it was impossible, some of the things that have been done. Let me say the entire crypto community, for years, you were mocked and dismissed and counted out. You were counted out as little as a year and a half ago. But this signing is a massive validation. And even before this signing, over the last year and a half, I think your stuff has gone up more than any stock, or just about more. A couple of stocks that were pretty good, I will say. But you have certainly, as an industry, gone up more than anybody. Nobody's gained the respect in such a short period of time. But this signing is a massive validation of your hard work and your pioneering spirit and your ability to never give up, because a lot of people would have given up 2-3 years ago. So I want to thank you for contributing to the incredible strength of America. This is going to make it stronger, and congratulations on this incredible achievement. You've made our dollar look really good and strong and powerful. It's good for the dollar and it's good for the country. And that's why I backed you at an early stage, and I also did it for the votes, because you did come out and vote. I will tell you. And they changed tune, you know, Biden's team, they changed tune right in the middle of the campaign. And with today's signing, we're pushing even further into the exciting new frontier. Just as I promised last year, the Genius Act creates a clear and simple regulatory framework to establish and unleash the immense promise of dollar-backed stable coins. This could be.
So what he's doing is he's pinging the US dollar to a cryptocurrency. So it really sounds like to me that he's switching us over, because people has been talking about this for a while, that was going to go into a digital currency. And this is what this is looking like, that he's slowly moving us into a monetary society. But listen what else he has to say.
Perhaps the greatest revolution in financial technology since the birth of the internet itself. A lot of people are saying that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yes? If you say yes, I'm saying yes.
But what does the stablecoin bill really mean? Well, first of all, it gives clarity for developers, which means crypto companies now know the rules, and completely gets rid of the regulatory fog. Secondly, institutional players finally have legal green lights. And last but not least, the US is open for crypto business, under law, not loopholes. The result? Big banks, payment giants, and even tech firms are now racing to launch their own stablecoins, knowing they'll have federal protections and guidelines to operate. This also creates a clear lane for innovation, while cracking down on fraud, rug pulls, and fake tokens. From speculative chaos to stable trust, this new law turns stablecoins from risky experiments into legal digital dollars. While Europe debates crypto rules and China pushes its own centralized digital yuan, the US just bet big on private digital currency, with a law that could reshape global finance. With this move, the US is effectively launching a private sector digital dollar, without needing a central bank-issued digital currency. As stablecoins go mainstream and banks plug into blockchains, one thing is clear: crypto is no longer the future. With Trump's signature, it's now the law. For more on this unfolding digital revolution, keep watching Mint.
Yeah, President Trump just signed the stablecoin into law. So now he has combined the cryptocurrency stablecoin to the U.S. dollar. So I have another video I want you guys to watch. I have a economist name. Her name is she's a very smart lady, Lynette Zhang, and she tells you about the reason of the stable coin, and is it beneficial, or should we the good and the bad that it has. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let you listen to her, and she's gonna really explain to you will be the best financial decision that you can make, during this transition. So,
U.S. dollar. I hate to tell you this, but stablecoins will not protect you from the hyperinflationary depression, because 99% of all stablecoins are actually pegged to the U.S. dollar. People think that President Trump will save the dollar's global dominance through the adoption and control of a new U.S. dollar stablecoin. And therefore, the U.S. dollar will regain the purchasing power that's been lost to inflation.
Let me tell you a little bit about this lady. She's a very brilliant lady. I wish I could have listened to her 10 years ago. She's an economist and she's a gold expert. And she's going to give you the true meaning of what the stablecoin is going to do and how it's going to affect you.
But what if I told you that stablecoins are more acceptable to the public versus central bank digital currencies, the CBDCs? And they've been having a lot of trouble getting those adopted. So they need to accomplish and get us to volunteer using the new digital currency. They need the public to participate in this digital economy. But that would bypass central banks' control and hand control directly to private corporations. So what that really means is that, I hate to tell you this, but stablecoins will not protect you from the hyperinflationary depression, because 99% of all stablecoins are actually pegged to the U.S. dollar.
So she's talking about the stablecoin it's not going to be able to protect you against hyperinflation, because the purchasing power of the dollar is still going down. That's what she's talking about.
We're going to talk more about that. But the U.S. dollar is being systematically and soon hyperinflated away. What should you do? Well, it's pretty simple. Become as independent and self-sufficient as possible and have that foundation of sound money, physical gold, physical silver in your possession to protect your purchasing power.
There you go. She's talking about purchasing gold. Gold is the best investment that you can ever make because it increases its purchasing power. I've been listening to her for over 10 years, and I remember back in 2000, maybe 2010, she actually said that, back then the price of gold was like maybe $500 an ounce. It was $500 an ounce. 10 years later, she said, but even back then, she said that the price of gold was going to increase. And the price of gold now is over $3,000 an ounce, going to $4,000 an ounce. If I really would have stacked up on gold, like she said back then in 2010, believe me, I would have been financially set.
Because frankly, as the U.S. allies are given reason to retaliate against the tariffs and the collapsing global markets, well, you have to stop and think, what could they do? How about buying fewer treasuries, showing declining support for the U.S. dollar, but kind of doing it quietly? And if global governments stop supporting the US dollar, well, who will? We have to create a new market. Allow me to show you how that risk is spread from the few, the governments, to the many, the public, as this transition from one currency system into the next one unfolds.
So you hear what she's talking about? It would have been beaten at the Standard & Poor's 500. Yeah, it would have. Yes, it would have. See, I'm giving some really good information. That's nobody on the live. This really hurts me. I spend a lot of time putting this live together. I mean, we travel. We want to live abroad. And I'm bringing really serious financial information that we just would, that stable coin. That's big. That's huge. That's huge what this woman's saying about this going to have implications, I mean, for years and years to come.
Now, the first risk that you need to know about is how those in power are positioning to create a new market for US dollars and US debt. The digital coin that they're talking about is called a stable coin. But you always have to be careful when something is named something, because typically it means the opposite. And you and I, if we hear the term stable coin, you think, well, okay, its value is stable. But no.
Because see, guys, the information I'm bringing you, sometimes you don't want to hear about ass and tits and stuff all the time and stuff. Sometimes you want to hear about, I try to bring you guys, fried chicken and corn. I mean, stuff that you can use, stuff that you can eat. You know what I'm saying? No, they can't relate to this stuff. Yeah, they can't relate to this type of stuff. That stablecoin is huge. Trump is moving us into a digital currency. And wait till she talks about, look, this woman here, her name is Lynette Zhang. Look for her you can find her on YouTube. She's been in the financial system for almost 40 years. Nobody knows about the financial, literacy, about economics than this woman does. She is a gold expert. And say if you plan on moving abroad to Brazil, China, Colombia, whatever it is, that US dollar is going to be very important, especially with that stable coin. Yeah, meat and potatoes, yeah. Yeah, people just want to disengage in foolishness.
No, it's not. It's pegged or tied to the US dollar. And so in countries where their currency is collapsing faster, they're being inflated away faster. Mm-hmm. Well, all this really means is since the dollar isn't inflating away as quickly, it appears more stable. So you have to ask yourself, if they need to create this new market, where is the market big enough to reinforce or reintroduce or build out that new market for dollar dominance? Well, I don't know. How about these global bank deposits? Right now, most dollars are held by governments. But what if there was a way to bypass the governments and banks and give global public easy access to US dollars?
Right.
They can escape their currency that's inflating away faster, but it's just out of the frying pan into the fire. So if it's depression, because 99% of all stablecoins, we have to create a new market. Allow me to show you how that risk is spread from the few, the governments, to the many, the public, as this transition from one currency system into the next one unfolds. Now, the first risk that you need to know about is how those in power are positioning to create a new market for US dollars and US debt. The digital coin that they're talking about is called a stable coin, but you always have to be careful when something is named something because typically it means the opposite. And you and I, if we hear the term stable coin, you think, well, okay, its value is stable. But no, it's not. It's pegged or tied to the US dollar. And so in countries where their currency is collapsing faster, they're being inflated away faster. Well, all this really means is since the dollar isn't inflating away as quickly, it appears more stable.
Right.
So you have to ask yourself, if they need to create this new market, where is the market big enough to reinforce or reintroduce or build out that new market for dollar dominance? Well, I don't know. How about these global bank deposits? Right now, most dollars are held by governments. But what if there was a way to bypass the governments and banks and give global public easy access to US dollars? They can escape their currency that's inflating away faster, but it's just out of the frying pan into the fire.
Right.
So if it's not the government or the banks issuing and controlling the money, like in CBDCs, who would be doing this? How about private corporations?
Okay.
And with new laws that have just been passed by legally requiring corporate stablecoin issuers to buy dollars and dollar-denominated instruments like treasuries and maintain those holdings, this could possibly engineer robust U.S. dollar demand.
Salute,
I don't know if
brother.
it'll be enough to offset.
I'm just trying to drop some knowledge about this new stable coin that was signed into law this week. What's up, hey? What's up, man? Yeah, I'm just trying to give y'all some really. This is really big news here. This is big. This is really big. And I have an economist named Lynette Zhang. She's explaining about the mergers between the stable coin and the U.S. dollar, and how Donald Trump is purposely trying to prop up the dollar. You know what I'm saying? Even though our currency is not inflating as fast as maybe some of the others, but it is. And we are losing our purchasing. The purchasing power of the dollar is going down.
The decline in demand from governments, but certainly it would engineer U.S. dollar demand.
Right.
Where the U.S. depended on governments to buy our debt, now corporations will have to buy our debt.
Okay.
I don't know. Are they more stable than governments? Could this give them more power to negotiate favorable regulation?
You see what she's saying? Are you paying attention to what she's saying? You know, instead of countries buying U.S. debt the way that we're doing it now, in which they do it, they buy what you call U.S. treasuries. Now, companies can purchase U.S. debt using stablecoin. You see what I'm saying? So to give them even more control.
Legislation and taxation? Can you see this transfer of power?
Yeah.
Because it's happening
Yep.
right before our eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And with banking deregulation, supporting credit to the industry and liquidity to stable coins, this could easily be a symbiotic relationship with banks using deposited stable coins as collateral for loans in order to create more stable coins. And
Right.
voila,
Yep.
a new asset is born. And what are the limitations? Frankly, there aren't any. And with the rapid adoption that has occurred, particularly in those countries whose currencies experience high or hyperinflation, where the US dollar is viewed as a stable value, I mean, you've got to understand this is just relatively speaking. It may be possible to hide the truth a little bit longer. All in due time, just not necessarily mine. That's something that I've certainly learned over the years. But there could be time for a lot of wealth transfer because, as we've seen, this administration moves really, really quickly. And I got to ask you, do you really think that this time is different? Do you think there will be no unintended consequences? After all, it's a new tool that exploded after 2020's free money stimulus.
Yes.
What could go wrong? Recent history shows us the doom loop between bank runs and stable coins. Do you think that can't happen again? Look at what happened in 2023 with the 3 regional bank failures, SVB, etc.
Yeah, you remember SVB when it went bankrupt? All those people came to the bank and the bank was shut down. The bank was insolvent. And people was coming there trying to get their money and they couldn't get their money out. You know, and then this happened here in Michigan, here in Detroit. There was a bank that was inside. It was called Bank One. I think that was the name of the bank. And I remember I used to go to the supermarket every weekend. And they had a branch inside of the supermarket, right? So every time I used to go to the supermarket, this guy would be standing there and say, "Hey man, you want to start a bank account? Do you want a bank account? Do you want to open up an account?" And I would always say, "No, no, thank you, no, thank you." And then let me see what you say. I am at a restaurant again while your show is on. This is unreported. This is underreported news. Right. But my live stream is very low today. It's very low. Like right now, I'm only showing like 3 people. This is wow. I'm gonna go through this and for you guys, and then probably within the next 15 minutes, I'm gonna jump off. You know, but I don't know. This is very weird. The live stream, it just really, I mean, I would have at least 30 people or 40 people in right now. I don't know if the message went out on this. I don't know. But anyway, I used to see this bank in this supermarket I used to go to and shop. They had like a branch inside the supermarket. About a week later, I go back to that same supermarket. That bank was closed. It was all shut down. Then I found out on the news that people was trying to get their, had their direct deposit going to that bank. And they was nervous because they didn't know what happened to their direct deposit from their job, So that's called a bank run. So that bank was insolvent. That bank actually shut down.
Are you ready for this? Because clearly, central banks are definitely getting ready. And who knows more about what they're doing to the monetary system than they do?
Right.
Because while it may be possible to postpone the U.S. dollar's decline in use anyway in the global economy through the growth of U.S. dollar stablecoins, the purchasing power value of anything that is pegged or valued and can only be converted into dollars, well, that's its true value. Just like my $10 trillion Zimbabwe note where I cannot even buy eggs.
Right. You remember back when Zimbabwe economy crashed, they had a complete currency crash in which the entire currency just collapsed. The entire currency just collapsed. And I remember they had walked up to a guy in Zimbabwe. He had $1 million in his hand of Zimbabwe currency. And then he said, and they asked him, what can you buy with $1 million? He said, I might can buy a loaf of bread. That's how much their currency devalued. They also go over Big Beautiful Bill as well. Yeah, I talked about that too. I talked about that on the last live. Last live went really well. There was a lot of people on the last live. But this one, I don't know where everybody is. Everybody's gone.
But this is even more important because spreading the global public use of the dollar and directly bypassing governments and central banks and regulated banks, it transfers all of the risks from those top 1% to the bottom 99%.
99%. Yep.
And any wealth that's left in that bottom will transfer to the top in a hyperinflationary depression. I'm sorry, this is not good information to not know about, but you can get prepared if you are in the right place at the right time with the right asset. Because it also gives the power of survival.
She's saying, get prepared. That's what she's saying. And believe me, this woman knows exactly what she's talking about. She knows exactly what she's talking about. I've been listening to her for the last 10 years, and everything she said was right.
Valence to corporations. And corporations, I mean, are you not inundated enough with ads when you go online for anything these days? And I gotta ask this question. Do you really think that corporations would be better controlling you than governments? Maybe it's a toss-up. Either way, we have to come together in global community because we have to get sound money in the system again. And what is sound money? Sound money is simply money that governments and central banks cannot control. It is above them.
There you go. And that's what she's talking about, purchasing gold.
Because this is universal money and has been for thousands of years. And, you know, that's why these global central bankers are buying more gold than they ever have in history.
That's true. That's true.
And I, as you guys know, I always think you should do what the smartest guy in the room on any given topic is doing for themselves. So smart money buys gold. Smarter money goes into collectible gold. Because desperate governments do desperate things, and there are more things afoot that could lead me to believe that we will at some point in here see an overt confiscation. And these are likely to be less likely to be confiscated. That's why personally I don't own any bullion, because they've done it 3 times in this country before. And guess what? History repeats itself, and I can see a setup to them doing it again.
That's right.
So please, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Share, 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 share. I definitely think that this is one of the most important videos that I've done in quite some time, because it's another Trojan horse.
Absolutely.
They need to get you in the surveillance economy. I say, no, get out. I'm not saying that you're not going to have to use whatever the currency is as a tool of barter, but I can always convert my gold to any other currency. That's not true with all these other currencies, over 4,800 currencies that no longer exist.
No longer exist.
Look, this is a Confederate bill, even in the U.S.
Mm-hmm. Yep, not but pieces of paper.
I know that together we can make a positive difference. And I believe that if enough of us position out of this garbage into sound money, we got a shot at having a seat at the table and have sound money as part of a new monetary system. And until next we meet, please be safe out there. Bye-bye.
Yeah, her name is Lynette. Her name is Lynette Zhang. That's her name. She has a YouTube channel. You can subscribe. Only thing you have to do is go on YouTube, just type in Lynette Zhang, and she gives a lot of good financial information. Very good. I've been listening to her for the last 10 years. And everything she said is true. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is probably one of the most important lives that I ever did. I'm just disappointed in the amount of people. I don't know if the notifications went out. I don't know, but this was a very important live. Because when Trump just signed that genius bill into law for the stable coin, that means things are really getting ready to change. Okay? And don't get me wrong, I don't be talking about, always serious all the time. I'm going to have some content, that's going to be entertaining and things like that. But when things like this comes up, when very important financial things is going on with the government, I'm going to let you know about it. That's the reason why I did this. I opened this channel because I just wanted you all to get, very important information. Because mainstream media doesn't talk about this. Okay, I'm going to jump into the next subject and then I'm going to shut the live down. I've been hearing a lot of good things about China, actually, about their passport bros are going over into China and finding very good quality type of women. You know what I'm saying? And it's this one guy I just want to share with you guys. I've been following him, and this is probably the most traditional woman that I ever seen.
Touch, every look says more than 1,000 words. She's a Chinese, I'm a foreigner. She can't hear me, but she understands me in a way no one else ever has. We don't need to speak, because love speaks through silence.
Let's go see how she makes an order when I'm not there. Because she's deaf.
This brother's living in China. He's been there for a while. And he met a really great traditional woman.
And I want to show you how she makes order without talking. Oh, feels good inside here. The AC is so strong. Outside is freaking hot. So let's chill here for a while. You have the receipt.
These fruit flies driving me crazy. The girl that he's dating over in China, she's deaf. She can't hear, so he communicates with her through sign language. Yeah, the same as in China too.
We just got our drinks. Now heading to
She treats
eat
him like
something
she treats him like a king.
delicious. Yes. She don't know where I'm taking her, but let's go. I'm gonna surprise her. She likes eating hot pot, but not. Good morning and welcome back to another episode. Yeah, I'm preparing to go to work, but she's not here. Let me go see what she's doing. Maybe she's making something good in the kitchen.
She's extremely traditional. She cooks some dinner. She cooks some breakfast every day. She treats him like a king. Like a king.
Definitely she's in the kitchen making some breakfast for me. Hello, how are you? Morning. What you cooking? She definitely knows I like this. You know, she came up with an idea. She was making like egg soup. I don't know how can I call it in Chinese. Let me show you how the egg soup is like. So it's good for protein when I wake up in the morning because I don't like eating when I wake up in the morning when I'm going to work.
Man, I'm having some problem. Willie Brown, thank you. Man, you just made my day, brother. I don't think my notifications were sent out through YouTube. I don't know if it's YouTube or was it StreamYard. I don't know, but it's not working right today. Thank you very much, Willie Brown. Thank you, man. I had a good video on about economics dealing with the stable coin that Trump signed into law. And it's like right now, I'm looking at how many people on my live is only shows 0 people. It's been like this all day. So it's something is wrong. I don't know if my StreamYard is working properly. Oh man. Willie Brown, thank you very much, man. I'm getting ready to jump off this live. And I'm getting ready to give you a cheer. Thank you. Thank you, Willie Brown. Yeah, I'm really disappointed. Yeah, thank you, Willie Brown. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I don't know what happened. It's like I don't know if my notifications didn't go out and I've really prepared a really great live stream for everybody today. But you can catch it, when I log off Willie Brown, you can catch it. I had a woman on here named Lynette Singh, and she really explained in detail about the stable coin, about the new digital currency that they're switching over to, I went to a mix on Wednesday night in NYC, spoke to a Chinese lady. She was young, and I only got her contact of Instagram and WhatsApp number. Yeah. Yeah, it's a difference when you date them in their own country. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a difference when you date them in their own country. They treat you better. But the woman that he got, she is extremely traditional. I want to show you something. Then I'm gonna close this live up because the numbers, according to StreamYard, the numbers were very low. I think the most that I got in this live was maybe 4 people.
I like to have something simple so she knows what I want. This is Chinese steamed egg soup known as jidan kan or jiangshui dan. It's soft, silky, and almost melts in your mouth. Made with eggs, warm water, and just a pinch of salt. It's one of the simplest yet most comforting dishes in China. Home cooking locals love it for breakfast or dinner, especially on cold days and when you are feeling under the weather. Some families add soy sauce, scallions, or even dried shrimps for extra flavor. It's gentle on the stomach but rich in culture. 6 minutes?
And see, this is the type of woman that you want. These are the type of woman that you want because she's in tune to him. She takes care of him. She treats him like a king. She's not taking his money. She's not taking advantage of him or anything. These are good success stories that I like to see from the Passport Bros.
Oh, 15 minutes. Okay. All right. I like it so much. So it's kind of Chinese cuisine. I don't know how she learned this because it's like it's so rich in protein. It's like she's eating chapati. You like? Yeah, she's telling you that I'm the one who cooked this chapati last night, and now it's the morning. She like it. She's still eating the chapati. Chapati is like Kenyan cuisine. Indians also have chapati, like East Africans, they have chapati. But Kenyan chapati is the best because we have our own unique way of making it. And I have to do my morning routine before I go to work. I gotta do some few workout here before I take shower. Yeah, so I have to do. She's motivating me. All right. Okay.
That's
Have
why
to
I
work
did
out.
it. That's the reason why I did this video. This is an example. See, when I bring this type of information, nobody wants to hear it. But they want to hear about girls drugging people, robbing you, taking your money, treating you like garbage. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving information that this guy's in China, and I've heard other stories. Now, I'm not saying this is happening to everybody, but I have been hearing very good stories about Chinese loving black men and Passport Bros. You know, the stories I hear is men getting drugged, robbed, scammed, mistreated, even unalived. You know, I put this whole live. I want you guys. I had the economic part. I want you guys to hear about, and about this part. This part is really. I'm gonna show you something about the reason this is what you want. This is the type of woman that we should be pursuing. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of woman. This is the woman. These are the type of woman that Charles Tyler used to talk about. Is traditional woman that cares about business. This woman here, she's not taking his money. He's not sending money to her father and her family and all this stuff that, you know what, you got to pay me this and take care of my family and buy me this if you want to be with me. No. I'm going to show you something too. And then I'm gonna jump off this live.
Okay. I want to work out, okay? I want to leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Look how she treats him.
All right. Sit there and see me work out.
I want y'all to pay attention
Now
to
I
this.
have more energy to work out. All right. I'm gonna be barefoot.
It takes time to stay in those countries. You got to develop the network or circle along with the job to stay there. Yeah, that's true. There are good marriages made in the Philippines and Thailand too. Absolutely. You see what she just did? You see what she just did? Look at her face. Look at her complexion. She was clapping for him when he was doing the handstand. So that lets you know how in tune that she is into him. I saw a normal couple on Charles Tyler of the black man and Brazilian women. What I'm seeing here is ignored from Karen or Latina Karen. Yeah, we got Bruce for Yep, that's all you're seeing.
When other normal people, they do the old kind of push-ups, these ones. They do these ones. So for me, I do handstand because I had that handstand when you wake up early in the morning and you start your day by doing handstands. So it makes the blood flow in your brain. Now I feel more energetic. I just need to take a shower and then gotta have my breakfast and head to work.
Look, she cooks for him.
All right, so she's calling me. Let me see what she has prepared.
Yep, she cooked this meal for him. That's what that's the example of a traditional wife, man. So, all right, guys, the live stream was very low today. Sorry. Maybe everybody catch it on a rewind, I don't know, maybe on the next live I put some of the information back. Yeah, he died in 2017. Yeah, I remember when he passed away. Yeah, it was very sad. Yeah, he had a stroke and he passed away. No, it didn't, but there's some out there that are doing some positive things, so. Yeah, I know, but it was some real important information I really wanted to share with everyone. It was super important because last week everybody was here last week. Everybody was here last week. It was like maybe 40 people. It's like 40 people. Now it's like maybe 2. And this live was really important. This was a really important live. Well, at least you guys got it though, but I don't know. No, I heard that he had a stroke. That's why I heard he had a stroke. Oh, okay, maybe they're watching the baseball game. Yeah, it's always. Yep. 30, yeah. Now, I don't know what happened. I don't know if my notifications didn't go out. It was just a little frustrating because this particular live, it took me a lot to put it together, to present it to you guys. It took me like maybe 4 days to put it. I said, I got some really good information. Yeah, I have, I've had that information too. Yeah. Yeah, I heard about it. And they were firing shots over across the border. And the Thailand soldiers had to get on their bellies. Yeah. Yeah, they're fighting a border war. Up 6-3. Okay. That's probably what everybody doing. Watching the baseball game. No, that's okay. Hey man, you always tune in, but it was just, I don't know, just a little disappointing, you know what I'm saying? Because about that stable coin, that's gonna be that was big, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it, and that's huge. That's a huge thing that Trump just did, you know. So I brought Lynette Zhang on to kind of explain everything about, the good and the negative about that stable coin. Yes, I'm still going to Colombia. But you know what? I narrowed my guest list down really low. Yeah, the Tigers, yeah, they doing pretty good. Yeah, in the American League, yeah, they doing good. But usually as time go on, they usually fall off. So we'll see what happens. Hey, yeah. Yep. So, hey, but Willie Brown, again, thank you so much for the super chat, man. You made it worth coming on here tonight, man. I appreciate it. So maybe what I can do, maybe on the next live, maybe I can still show some of the pieces that was missed, that everybody missed on today. Yeah, but I'm telling you something, that stable coin is going to change a lot, man. It's going to change things a lot. That was a big thing. That's why I wanted everybody here to hear that information, because we all travel. Let me see. Just make sure that Barbie and them are good people. Yeah, I always do. Yeah, Marcus, I've been to Colombia multiple times, so you don't have to worry about me. I know how to handle myself. You're going to meet Barbie, too. Joseph, what's up, man? What's up? Yeah, man, we going to get off. Yeah, everybody came kind of late. I had some very important economic news that I wanted to tell everybody, but I played it once on here to let everybody know about the stable coin. No, it's okay, man. I'm glad to see you, Joe. Joe, we always chop it up, man. But there's a lot of people not on the live today, man. I said at least 80% of the people are not even here. And Trump just passed the Genius Act. He just passed it. And that is huge. Remember, the biggest mistakes people think in history doesn't mean that they're good people. Yeah, I've been, like I said, I pretty much, know how to navigate when I go down there. I never do nothing risky or anything like that. You can't be scared. The scary thing is that the separation is taking place. Yep. YouTube B Mom before MC. YouTuber B Miles 84 at Baltimore was saying that there was a resentful tone towards immigrants and said no Mexican don't want to be part of that. Wow, that's sad. Don't want to be around resentful tones. No, I don't either. I don't want to be around resentful people either. I don't have time for that. But what I'm telling you guys, get your finances together, man. Get your finances together. Because things getting ready to change. And not for the good. Oh, you're just like me. You're genuine. You're a good person. And I don't want to see you either take advantage of, appreciate. But yeah. And the same goes to you, bro. I don't want to see you also get taken advantage of, too. I don't want to see you get taken advantage of either. Resentful folks I know better than, to hate, bias, Latinos, and women, black. Did you guys, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Did y'all hear about a white supremacist group building a community in North Arizona for whites only? Have you all heard about that? Yeah, I'll listen. Yes, there is a group of people are building a community in northern Arizona. Personally, I don't see how they get away with that. Yeah, I'll be okay. You don't have to worry about me, Marcus. I'll be fine. Remember, I get to worry about people here than you do have to worry about people over there, to be completely honest. Yeah. It's a bunch of people that's starting a white-only community in northern Arizona. It's like this country is going backwards. Yep, so, all right, guys, I'm going to get off. I appreciate y'all for coming in. I don't know what happened. I don't know if my notifications didn't go out. I don't know what happened on this live, but let me see. Because that's the same mistake others did. They ignore the red flags and lines are getting crossed that you don't date someone who want to do. Yep, just gotta use common sense. That's it. My opinion of most of these folks want power of whiteness from Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's time to go, man. That's all I can tell you. It's time to go. Yep. All right, man. Y'all take care, man. I'm going to jump off. And maybe on the next live, maybe I can present some of this information again. So thank you, Willie Brown, again for the super chat. Thank you very much. And thank you guys for tuning in, man. Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, you take care too, brother. All right, peace, y'all. Peace out.